Hello friends, and welcome to our channel, The Silent Stories. Today, we bring you a mythological tale that teaches us what a person can achieve with true hard work, unwavering dedication, and firm resolve. This is a story about the pinnacle of devotion, where a devotee's actions become their greatest prayer, compelling God Himself to fulfill their wish. In the lap of the Devgiri mountain range in the Himalayas, there was a picturesque and prosperous village named Devgiri. True to its name, which means hill of the gods, it seemed to be blessed by the deities. A pure river named Punyātoyā flowed near the village, its water considered as sacred as nectar. It was thanks to the blessings of the Punyātoyā that the land of Devgiri was so fertile that its fields were lush with golden crops all year round. The residents were hardworking, devout, and had unshakable faith in God. In short, Devgiri was a perfect example of happiness, peace, and prosperity. But the wheel of time does not always turn the same way. It was as if an evil eye had been cast upon Devgiri's unparalleled prosperity. Slowly, the flow of the Punyātoyā river began to diminish and eventually it dried up completely. As soon as the river vanished, a terrible famine befell the village. The land that once yielded gold now cracked with thirst and turned barren. The lush green fields turned into vast plains of dust. The cattle began to perish for lack of water and fodder, and even drinking water became scarce. The great yajnas and rituals performed by the villagers to please the rain gods failed, as if all the deities had turned their faces away from Devgiri. In this village filled with despair and hopelessness lived a phenomenally gifted sculptor named Aditya. It was said that he could breathe life into lifeless stone. He was shattered by the miserable condition of his village and the suffering of its people. His art fell silent, and he spent his days and nights praying to God to end this crisis. One dark, moonless night, while the entire village was lost in a deep sleep of despair, Aditya sat in his courtyard, his heart breaking with sorrow. He prayed to Lord Vishnu with immense compassion and pain. O sustainer of the universe, do you not feel pity watching your own creation being destroyed? What is the fault of these innocent people? I have no power, but I am ready to do anything to save my village. O Lord, please show me the way. His sincere and selfless plea reached the heart of Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha. That night, the Lord appeared to Aditya in a divine dream and said with great affection, "My son Aditya, your devotion has pleased me. Do not despair. The solution to every crisis lies in action. On the most treacherous peak of Devgiri, there is a divine rock known as the Suryakant Mani. Bring that rock to Devgiri, and from it carve an idol of me that embodies your 10 years of penance, your devotion, and your resolve. Every strike of your chisel will be your prayer. The day you give the final touch to the idol's eyes, I will myself reside within it, and all of Devgiri's troubles will disappear forever." When Aditya woke up, his heart was filled with a new energy and an unbreakable faith. He immediately called a village council and told them about his divine dream. The village headman and a few elders believed him, but most of the villagers mocked him and thought he was mad. Ignoring everyone, Aditya picked up his tools and set off alone for the treacherous peak of Devgiri. The path was perilous, but his resolve was firm. After many days of tireless climbing, he reached the peak, where a giant rock was indeed glowing like pure gold in the first rays of the sun. Its divine aura washed away all his fatigue. Bringing the massive rock down was impossible for one person. When he returned to the village, a handful of trusted friends, seeing the same determination in his eyes, came forward to help him. After weeks of tireless hard work, using ropes and logs, they accomplished the impossible task of bringing the divine rock to the village. Outside the village, under a large banyan tree, Aditya set up his workshop and began his great penance. His world now shrunk to that stone. He worked day and night without food or water, dedicated to sculpting the idol. The seasons changed, but his austerity was not disturbed. Years passed. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Aditya's body grew weaker, but his resolve grew stronger. The idol was slowly taking shape. Meanwhile, the villagers' patience had run out. They called him a madman and taunted him, but Aditya bore it all in silence, and in moments of despair would remember the Lord's face and return to his work with renewed vigor. 10 years went by. Aditya was no longer a young man. His hair had turned white and his body was stooped, but his dedication and the light in his eyes remained unchanged. The idol was now almost complete. The lifelike form of Lord Vishnu, the folds of his clothing, everything was magnificent. Only one task remained: to carve the Lord's eyes. This was the final and most crucial stage of his 10 years penance. Aditya focused all his devotion and the entirety of his spirit into the tip of his chisel. As he gave the final touch to the idol's eyes with trembling hands, an unbelievable miracle occurred. An intense golden light emanated from the statue's stone eyes and spread throughout Devgiri. In that very moment, dark clouds gathered in the sky that had been dry for years, lightning flashed, and life-giving drops of rain began to fall on the thirsty earth. The villagers ran out of their homes, dancing in ecstasy. The Punyātoyā river was flowing again. They all ran towards Aditya's workshop. There they saw that the stone statue seemed to be smiling gently, as if Lord Vishnu himself was present. The people fell at Aditya's feet and begged for forgiveness for their disbelief. Aditya lifted them up and said humbly, "This is all the result of God's grace. My hard work was merely the medium." After that day, Devgiri became more prosperous than ever before, and the divine idol carved by Aditya became a great pilgrimage site. So friends, that was the story of Aditya. It teaches us that if you have true faith in your heart, selfless love, and the courage to work hard, no goal is impossible. God helps those who help themselves. Work done with true dedication is the highest form of worship. We hope you enjoyed this inspiring story. For more mythological and enlightening tales, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Silent Stories. And please, let us know what you think of this story in the comments below. Thank you.